the session now, and what I'll do is I'll hand over to Jim. As I said, he's been with us now for a bit over 6 months, I think, and getting really stuck into the trading, and he's going to tell you a little bit about his background, what he's been doing, and how he's evolved the trend trader, which is one of our strategies. And I'm going to hand over to Jim now. If you have, as I said, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them, but leave that towards the end, and you can actually type in that little bottom chat box there. So you'll see that there's a little chat box down the bottom. That's where we'll post our questions, but as I said, just towards the end of the session would be appreciated. So let's hand over to Jim now, and as I said, I'm recording the session, so it'll be available after the presentation, or we'll be sending that out in the general mail out. So over to Jim.
How's that going now there, Karen? Is that a bit better? Well, I'll just speak a bit louder. Yeah, Shane, if we can just roll off on the slides, that'll be good, and I'll go through with what I've got to say. That's good. Okay, this is the next one there, Shane. Okay, so yeah, we've settled up. My name's Jim. I've joined GMT about just towards. It was a really good thing for me because, like all others, I came to learn how to trade, and at the beginning, things weren't so good for me. And then once I joined up with Shane, it's really started to get a lot clearer. But I needed to find a system and get some mentoring. So I'm just happy to have found the community, and I'll just get to it. What I've set up here is trading the crude with like a multiple time session, but essentially it's still the V2 trend trading system on the 89 tick. I haven't changed it too much. If we can just move on to the next slide, Shane, that would be great. Okay, so setting up my trade plan, I decided, as Shane knew, I didn't want to jump into the first system I came across, so I just sat in the rooms for a long time, and or for a few months, I let the trading style come to me. But what I did do is setting up the trading plan. I call it like read what I had in module 1 and module 2 with the strengths and weaknesses, my trading funds, and a whole lot of things. And I wrote these all down. So I wanted the trade plan to sort of fit around my lifestyle. And in the end, I settled for crude oil, the trend system, and the Euro session because that was the afternoon here in Perth. So that fitted out quite good. Next slide, please. So what next? So once I had the system, I clicked on, we started to do the manual back testing as part of our training there, and clicked on set it all up, and there was 600 odd trades. I thought, no. So I decided, well, better get into it and have a look at what needed to be done. And the first thing that I spotted for this year on the 89 tick crude, the way the charts are set up on the V2 was quite a large drawdown around May. And I just thought, well, I have to get in there and see what can be fixed. So I started to log the trades, and that's when things really started to change for me. After doing the actual trade logging, I could feel each trade, and I started to see what could be done, where I could maybe fix it, or if I should just leave it the same. So yeah, if we could go to the next one, fixing the drawdown, Shane. So once as I was doing the back testing, it was, as I said, it was a really good thing. But I could see, I could see that on the losing days, that night on the US session, there was some huge trends, big moves, and I thought, why should I limit myself just to the Euro session when I should be catching these moves as well? So I started to play around with that, and then I extended. So I came up with a bit of a basic trade plan. So the main session trades the Euro market from 2 to 5. Then, if that's not in profit, I extended the trading hour by 1 hour to 6 o'clock, and just to catch a late breakout. I found that was good. And then if that was that if I trade each component separately, they're actually not very profitable from 5 to 6. And the US session is quite difficult if you've got the long days to trade it on. So that's how that all came about. But if you link them all together, what I found was it's just to do with like a range expansion. That if the Euro session was not a profit, obviously there hadn't been a breakout. So it's going to come at some point in the day, and that's just a way of capturing that. If we can go to the next slide there, Shane. So, doing the simple things right. This is where Shane came into it. And he's been saying this for a long, long time. So I thought, well, what are the simple things? So I went down to the execution of the trades, and then I looked more, and I thought this system, the V2 Trend Trader, I thought it's a powerful thing, and I imagined all the work that Shane and Mike had put into it, and I thought, well, to be qualified to take this to the live market, I really have to make it my own. I thought I couldn't just auto-trade it. I thought I need to understand exactly how it works and what its strengths and weaknesses are. So from that, I thought the simple things, and one of them was key levels. Shane had been saying for a long time to be wary around the key levels. So I started to look at the key level trades, and there was a lot of work there. But I looked at around 250 trades. But mostly I started logging about 200 trades, and I saw that the market consolidates a lot. So around that level, and entering into a trade at the key level is a difficult thing. It's not so much that they're bad things; it's just placing a stop around the key level. And that got sorry, well that just got a bit of a dry throat. So what I did with the key levels is I came up with just a pretty basic strategy and mechanical system, and trading towards a key level. So if a trade sets up just towards a key level, 20 points out heading towards the key level, the trade I didn't take the trade, didn't log the trade. Also, and then trading away from a key level. So if the trade sets up at say $95, I wouldn't take the trade heading out either side, but I would enter a trade 14 points out from that bracket. So it's just a pure mechanical system of like I created a band around the key levels, not to take the trades there, and it worked very, very well. So Shane, if we can just move on to the next slide, please, the results, and then we'll get on to that. Fantastic. So I'll just talk about the results and how. Moving on, just trading with the 3 time frames during the day, and also with eliminating the key levels with that system, changed the actual system. Shane, yeah, I think it might be time now to bring up the stats there, Shane. And it really did change things around. But all I was doing essentially was just choosing when to trade the system. I wasn't actually. So there are the stats. So if you can just see on the left-hand column there, where it says the plain system 2 to 5, that's pretty much it's better there. Okay, so the plain system 2 to 5. So for the month of May, there was quite a large drawdown for the month of May. It went on for the whole month, and it ended up about the worst it was $2,000, but it ended up being at the end of the month $1,100. So that's the plain system. Then, if I filtered out the key levels, you can just move one along there, showing you the 2060. That was the result. It was quite a change. So, in other words, it's almost about $3,000 up just from filtering out the key levels. Then, if I on the losing days, if I went that one little hour extra, but for that system 2, which is the 5 to 6 o'clock period, that added another $1,670, which was quite an improvement there. And if that still didn't work, then I traded the US session from 8:55 to 10 o'clock, and that added another $1,020. My main goal of trading the 2 other sessions was just purely to capture the losses back that I hadn't made on the Euro session. as soon as I had a profit on the trades, I stopped trading, and or just at break even. That was it. So if I added up the filtered system, being system 1 and system 2 and 3, the results came to, for the month of May, which is all filtered systems there, Shane, just with your cursor there, it came to $4,750, and that was remarkable to me. I thought, whereas on the just on the TradeStation Auto Trader, it was showing a $1,100 loss, and it had come up with almost $4,700, which was very, very good, and very small drawdown as well. So I was pretty pleased with that. So no doubt I'll let Shane know that this is a good way to go. I also checked it out for the months of January and February further back, and but I didn't log the trades. But I just did have a look, and it was very, very good. But the main thing is, when I thought, well, if I'm chopping out the trades, you've got to be careful that I didn't want to chop the profits. So the month of June, which is what we're having now, it's been a very profitable month on crude. So I'm very happy. So I can still see the plan system is still sitting there. This week just gone at 1,010. But the whole system there is running very, very well. Yeah, you can see the different time frames when I add them all together. So for the month of June, just put up until the end of last week, we've got a profit of $5,800, which is very, very good, and a drawdown of about $250 for that. So it's crude's good. It's really good. If you can just scroll over, Shane, to the days of the week, and I'll run people through that. Perfect. So yeah, right now we'll just go down to the bottom, Shane, just to what I've tallied up the total. Perfect. So what I've got there on those totals is I've just separated the days of each trade from Monday, Tuesday, to Friday, and it's interesting to see Monday's 1,400, and it goes up during the week, but Thursday and Friday are the standouts. So Friday getting a total of $5,700 with no losing days for the whole festive period, and the same for Thursday. So yet also to note, during June there's been a 21-day winning streak here. So it's almost for a whole month that there hasn't been a losing day, which is really a good thing if you're learning to trade. It's a good to sort of design the system to be like a beginner system for myself. To cut up the drawdowns. So that's pretty much where I am, and I'm tracking it right now tonight. And just this tonight and the last few nights, the money that has shifted. The basic system has entered into a drawdown last week between 2 and 5 o'clock, and the money's being made now on the 9 o'clock session on the US session. So it's still holding, but we'll see what happens. But I'm very, very happy overall with where it's going. Shane, if we can go back to... Very good. And I'll just run you through with where I'm going with that. But I'm testing all the stats. I measure how much volatility is in each session. I measure it to the 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes I'm charting it all, writing it all down, just for the duration of the session. And so continually monitoring the performance. I just want to know when the breaks periods will shift. I've also got watch lists set up for different windows, just to see just different time periods that have been in a long drawdown, and they might be coming out from the drawdown. But basically, the whole essence here is I'm pretty much very aware of what the market's doing according to my system. So there's no surprises, and I'm very comfortable now to go ahead and trade this in the live market conditions. Also, continue looking for new opportunities, and just by being in the room with Shane, I continually pick up just nuggets of gold. I write down all the time. I have a notebook. I write down little things that get said, and one of the things that made sense was Shane was always saying,